In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, B-Wop tells the stories under the bright lights. In the silence of the night, when the crowd fades away,
What's going on, party people? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts, with the #1 chat room on YouTube. Appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that hype button and join the membership. Join the membership if you don't mind supporting the broadcast. Will you do that for me? Once again, just in case I haven't told you or you haven't listened to me, Happy New Year to you. May the grace of God continue to bless you with all of your wants and needs this year. All right? All right. Hey, we got to talk about it, y'all. We got to talk about it. Shedeur Sanders had his last game of the season as a rookie quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, and they walked away with a win. And I'm glad about that Shedeur have won 3 games out of his 7 that he has started. And we're going to talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. That transfer portal is lit. You hear me? The transfer portal giveth, and the transfer portal taketh away. We're going to talk with Uncle Steve and JR Boxing tonight and see what they had to say about Shedeur Sanders' performance and Coach Prime and the Colorado football team doing this transfer portal. All right. What's up, chat? How y'all doing? I see y'all down there. I see you. Let me bring the guys up before we get started. Welcome to the stage. He been missing, but he here.
Hey, what's happening?
JR Boxing is back in the house, man. He back in the house, man. He looking fresh. I hope he don't got his rest. He can't say he burnt out because he missed 2 weeks.
Hey man, it's been a good 2 weeks, but it's been a busy 2 weeks, that's for sure.
Glad to have you back, big dog.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate
the one and only, the maestro himself, the one. Can't nobody do it like Uncle Steve. They already call him in the chat in the chat. Uncle Steve. I love Cece. She ain't said nothing about JR. She ain't said nothing about B-Watt. Well, Miss Diane Brown said, welcome back, JR. Yeah. Y'all ain't said nothing about me. Okay, Uncle Steve, I know what you want. Hey, you ain't got to worry about me. I give the people what they want. I give y'all what you go. What's up, Mama Tia? How you doing? What's up, Uncle Steve?
What's going on, fellas? to all the wonderful people out there. The reason they just said hello to me, I'm just a guest. That's all. You guys are a permanent stay. Y'all make it happen each and every day, and they love themselves some Jr. Ain't nothing like. Hey, it reminds me of Dallas, boy. Who shot Jr. Boy, they love some Jr. So let's kick this thing off, man, and let's have some fun.
All right, let's kick it off. Let's have some fun. Y'all heard what he said? Steve got that. He got that sound like, boy, he's been working at 92.3 ESPN in Cleveland, boy. I said, dog, I don't know who got the best sound between you and Rev Nels, but Rev Nels was acting like number 68 last time he was on. As you say, Uncle Steve.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, Rev texted me, what it was. He DM'd me last week. I think one day last week, he said, I got communion, Holy Communion week this week, B-Watch. I said, okay. I don't know why he told me that. I got communion every day. Drinking of the wine, holy wine. JR, let's start this thing off. Let me know what you thought of the game today between the Cincinnati Bengals and, Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. How do you see Shedeur perform, and overall, what you thought of the game?
Shedeur performance. Overall, man, I'll give him a D. And look, for some of those, that's a passing grade, and then for some, that's not a passing grade. So take that with a grain of salt. But overall, I'll give him a D, man. He started off slow, not to his liking. But if you listen to the post game, he said he was battling some things spiritually. So I hope the young man has gone through and come through that spiritual situation already. But as far as the game, man, it was a hard game to watch, man. It was hard. I mean, Cleveland offensive line is terrible. It's atrocious, man. It's nasty to see. I wasn't expecting much. As bad as Cincinnati defense is, Cleveland offense is just as worse. So it kind of just, what part of the sword you wanna die on kind of thing, because it was bad defensive play, bad offensive line play, and ironically they just both happened to crash into each other at the same time, and it didn't look like a very good game at all. But a win is a win. It's hard to come by in the NFL. You take them how you come. So that goes under his record. 3 wins, 4 losses. So it's good to end the season for Shedeur on a 2-game winning streak. So he could take that and press forward into his offseason preparation, Uncle Steve.
Well, JR, I'm gonna give him a C on my end, and this is why he's getting a C on my end. It's the 18 game, well, it's the 17 game of the season, and it's a 17 game of the season. Nobody has anything to play for except Myles Garrett. That's the only one out there had anything to play for. That's the first thing. Next thing, he had a lot of things going against him in this game. He was battling. When you're battling, when it's the mental aspect of the game, that's huge. And when you're fighting almost everybody in Cleveland fighting against you, and you're trying to do the right thing, and you're trying to remain positive, and you got people in leadership that have been against you from day one, putting stuff out against you and sitting these little innuendos. It gets tiring, man. You tired of being tired. And then you turn around, not only do they do that to you, then they turn around, you get no starters. I'm talking about, then you have to deal with Jerry Jeudy. Man, Jerry, come on, man. Come on, man. You rather have an ex-wife than to have Jerry Jeudy out there, man. Because at least with her, she'll be like, well, I'm going to help him a little bit because I get some of his money. So the more money he make, I'm going to get some of that money. So she'll look at that. Jerry Jeudy ain't looking at nothing, man. I'm just saying it's hard. And people don't realize that when you got people inside your locker room that ain't for you, and then you're going, that ain't counting. Check this out, folks. Y'all don't know what's going on in his personal life. You don't know what challenges that have occurred and stuff like that. So when you're going through all of that and everybody's against you and you got God on your side, and he's been, man, he remind me of Job, boy. This boy going through it. Remind me of Job. And then you turn around, people attack you, want to tell you, oh, he did this stuff. They even bring it back to draft stuff. I'm like, man, let it go. Let it go. That it's over. But with all that being said, I'm giving him a C because the object of football is to win. And what did he do?
You
He
want?
won the football. I don't care how bad he played. If when you get that dub, you get that dub. And not only did he get the dub, he was behind with 1 minute and 23 seconds, and he had 68 on his left side, and he was not blocking. He was not blocking, and you still got to drive him down, and you get sacked on the first one, the incomplete on the next one, and he still came out there and he made plays, and he made the play. And this is the blessing, though. This is how good God is. Do y'all remember when they played Cincinnati the first time, and the kicker came up and he missed the field goal? And who was the person who went beside him and told him, "Man, it's okay," blah blah blah, when everybody else said they need to fire that young man? Everybody else would say, "You need to get rid of him." Can you imagine if you would have got rid of that guy? And now he turned out to be one of the most best players on your team when it comes to an addition, because now he's won games for you. So all I'm saying is, boy, how good God is. He used Shedeur Sanders to comfort that man, and now that man is comforted Shedeur Sanders with the game-winning field goal. I don't know about y'all. Y'all too busy listening to them. The president of Venezuela. Y'all too busy listening to them. The new president of Venezuela. Y'all too busy listening to him. But all I'm telling you is this one here. That man fought some stuff, and that man came on the other side with the W. So for all y'all haters, keep on hating, because all he did was, you ain't getting no quarterback. And if you do get a quarterback, you got to give up the entire draft to get him. So I'm just saying, thank you, Mr. Shedeur Sanders. You know how to stick it to Cleveland with no Vaseline. Back to you, B-Wise.
Yes. But look at here, though, JR. Even though he went through all kind of stuff, and somebody posted on my video about an hour ago, he still lost them 40 million when he should have been in the first round. And boy, you know, you can't make up for lost money, man. Now I'm sure that went heavy on his heart and mind also.
Yeah, look, $40 million can do it. You can do a lot of things with $40 million, B-Y. Uncle Steve, we can do a lot of things with $40 million. I mean, I would have been making all kind of plans with $40 million. But look, man, when you're covered by the grace of God, man, look, what more can you ask for, right? All you can ask for is opportunity. So through the trials and tribulations, right? I don't think he would go back and change anything if you ask him right now, currently, right? On draft night, absolutely. No. Put me where I'm supposed to be so I can reap the benefits of my hard work and my repetition up to that point. But if you go through it now, all the trials and tribulations from rookie mini camp to the start of the season to the conclusion, look, hard thing to watch, right? Hard thing to see a young black brother suffering like that. But at the end of the day, he's one of 32 that's starting for an NFL team currently constructed right now. So that's the blessing within itself. The opportunity is in front of you. And I think he's done enough, like Uncle Steve said, to, if Cleveland goes and drafts another quarterback, that'll be the dumbest financial decision that franchise continuously makes on a year-to-year basis. So I think he's done enough to at least drive competition for next year, whether they bring somebody in through free agency, whether that's Deshaun Watson, whatever the case may be. He has put together a resume, albeit up and down in my opinion, but he's put together enough of a resume to say, hey, I got something here. If given the opportunity to maximize everything in front of me, repetition, the roster itself, the way it's constructed, if given the opportunity, I can win games for you. So I think that's a blessing. And he spoke to it a little bit himself in a press conference. If you notice something, he said him and Kevin Stefanski had a conversation, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of sparked my ears. I can't repeat it verbatim, but it
He said
seemed
he
like
wish
they
he
had
had earlier.
yeah, it seemed like they had that man-to-man conversation, that talk. Look, dog, I'm trying to get down like this, and I feel like I'm being handicapped a little bit. Let me work, right? So a little bit of that probably transpired. And another thing, lastly, I close on this. I don't know if you noticed, during that drive to get to the field goal, to call that time out, he over in the headset. He took his helmet off, put the headset on like Coach Prime to have the microphone down. He had the headset and the mic down, talking to little Reese's peanut butter cup upstairs, telling him, hey man, this is what I'm seeing. And you can see the hand motion of him saying this. So I think he found his voice within that administration coaching part to be like, look, this is the last game of the season. If I don't find my voice now and voice my opinion now, I'm no better than any other quarterback, because that's what leaders do. And that's what future franchise guys, that's what they do. That's my opinion though.
Yeah, I'll pick it back off what JR said, Steve. But when he was in that headset, it sounded like they ain't on the same thing.
You know they're not on the same page. He didn't draft him.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Hey, JR, read that super chat out from Miss
Hey, shout
Mama
out
T.
to Mama T in the chat, man, with the 50 ball, 50 ball. What Willie lynching and Jim Crow from the inside. I'm about to sing me a Baptist hymnal deacon's verse.
Yeah.
He carried this story behind team on his back. He sure did. Of course, spiritual warfare was on his back because of him knowing the word. He made it through. Hey, God bless that reading right there. Amen, sister. 50 ball. Mama to you.
Speak on that, Uncle Steve. Speak on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak on it. When you talking about old Willie Lynch, boy, Willie Lynch was something else. What they'd use that was this and that. They'd get the biggest Negro, and they'd get him out there, and they'd and they'd hang him by the biggest tree, and they'd let everybody see him, and they'd put him through that pain and everything else of killing him to make sure they understood if you tried to do anything, you're gonna get the same thing. And that's what they did. They just attack. It's like anything else. You can look at what's going on in society right now when a country takes over, a country goes and say, we're gonna take this here over, and you did this and you did that. It's the same thing. It's like, hey, people in power love power, and they want to display that power over people, and they're going to do it by any means necessary. And that's what they did. Thanks goodness that in order for him to get his voice, he has to speak out, and he finally got to speak out, and that's a beautiful thing. But with Kevin Stefanski or anybody else, you listen to old Malcolm X or anybody else, Malcolm will tell you, you have to get yourself knowledge and understanding. And the Bible says that once you get knowledge and understanding, it don't make a difference what they do. You counter that by, I'm a subject matter expert now. And if you look at it, Shedeur Sanders is becoming a subject matter expert as quarterback. He's seeing things that he didn't see before. And when you start seeing, I was blind and I could see. And when you start doing that, you get the move different. And what happens now is this one here. Shedeur, this is what they can't explain. How in the HE double hockey sticks did he win that football game? Playing a game. See. Now that's God, because y'all sitting there. You can't name me no other quarterback that played like him and turned around and won a game like that. Because if you looked at Joe Burrow, man, at one time Joe Burrow was like 23 for 28, 2 touchdowns. And if you see any game like that, you like the way that other quarterback was playing. Ain't no way in the world you're going to win that game. But it just lets you know it don't make a difference what you put in front of me. Man, I started saw in the defense, they pulled the best cornerbacks out the game. And then next thing you know, you're like, man, they really don't want to win that. And then when you did that, the cornerbacks they put in there made plays. Then it got to a point, God said, I got tired of this foolishness. Let me put the starting cornerback back in the game. He came back and get an interception. So it was crazy. But I tell you what, Mama Tia, you deep. Any woman that can lay 50s down like you, any woman that can lay a 50 down like you can always be a friend old unc. Because I'm telling you, hey, ain't nothing wrong with a $2. But when you hit a 50,
No.
Well, when you hit a 50, it make me want a 50-50.
I'm
But
gonna catch
can
the
I
Holy
get a
Ghost up in here.
can I get a little whoop whoop?
Woo,
Hey,
woo,
that's what I'm saying. Can
woo,
I get a
woo.
whoop whoop? Mama tell you worldwide, nationally known. From Iraq to Afghanistan, it don't make no difference. Pakistan, it don't make no difference. But it's glad that you are in here. You really let people see that foolishness is gonna stop. That foolishness is gonna stop. And what I like is this, B Watch. All he said was this one here. Let me tell people a secret here. Magic Johnson at one time had the Nike founder came to him when he first started out. He said, Magic Johnson, I want you to wear my shoe. I want you to be the ambassador for my shoe. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you some ownership in my shoe. And Magic Johnson looked at him and said, well, how much that is? He said, well, it ain't that much right now, but if you in here, it could be millions of dollars. Magic went and took the fast money. 10 years later, the same deal that he had, Magic Johnson would have been a billionaire 10 years from then. He lost $1 billion because he wanted quick money. Getting back to Shedeur, did he lose money? Absolutely. But when you got a story and you got the fanfare that he got, and you got the people that are committed to him, you didn't do nothing but gain a kingdom. So that little money to us is a lot of money. But in God's kingdom, that's peanuts because he got plenty more for Shedeur Sanders because he get to spread his word. So I love the fact that, hey, they think they did something, B Watts. But if you look at the NFL right now, Arizona don't have a quarterback. The Raiders don't have a quarterback. The Miami Dolphins don't have a quarterback. So you can go down the league and say, hey, people who don't have quarterback. I even go there. The Raiders don't have a quarterback. I'm going to Baltimore. If Lamar keep getting hurt, they don't have a quarterback. I'll go with the Rams. Your boy, a couple shots away in his back, he won't be a quarterback no more. So all I'm telling you, it's opportunities out there, people. And I'm not sweating it. With dumb Cleveland, doo-doo Browns, man, I hope they stay. They uniform look like somebody draws. Doo-doo Brown is what they are. They are S show. They gonna continue to be an S show until they change that foolishness. Back to you, B Watts.
JR, it's been reported that Kevin Stefanski could lose his job come 12 o'clock tomorrow. But JR, do you see any kind of way that the Cleveland Browns bring back Kevin Stefanski? He won his last 2 games with a rookie quarterback and Shedeur Sanders, something they haven't done in a while to win back-to-back games. And JR, hit me on this now. Could the owner be thinking about this right here? I can't wait to get to Steve. I'm going to bring Kevin back for 1 more year to run with Shedeur Sanders. Give him the whole offseason and 1 more year. I'm going to let Andrew go 1 more year. See, can he get me an offensive line and some wide receivers? And I got the Deshaun Watson contract for 1 more year. I'm going to see if it's going to work 1 more year. If it don't, I'm just going to clean everybody out. Do you see any kind of way they bringing Kevin Stefanski back to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns next year?
Look, I'm gonna go about it 2 ways. If you're asking me if JR is the GM for 1 minute, heck no. It is no way you bring Kevin Stefanski back. There is no way that 7-27 is acceptable in any professional sports league. That's not even acceptable in collegiate. That's not acceptable in amateurism. That's accepted nowhere, right? But now let me hypothetically walk it through. All right. When you talk about the resources that they have already in one room, right? You got $40 million or I think it's like $35 or $37 million already tied up in Deshaun Watson next year. That's guaranteed money. It's going to be there. You think about the situation altogether. If I'm a coach and I'm interviewing for that job, I'm asking, what does it look like? Because I don't want to be tied to Deshaun Watson and have 37, $40 million questions over my head. Oh, he looks good in shorts and a shirt. Are you going to get him back out there? That's a constant question that you're going to have to answer. I mean, Kevin Stefanski had to answer it. They finally just said, we're going to activate him, but he ain't playing. It is what it is, right? So now you bringing back Deshaun Watson. You got Shedeur Sanders. Up and down season, but you got a spark. You got something to work with. So does that new coach want to work with that? You don't have an offensive line. You got 10 draft picks. Now, are you going to hit on all 10 draft picks? History shows that doesn't happen, right? But you got 10 of them. So you got a little leeway to at least build something. So it's like, what do you work with at that point? It'd be interesting to me, the quote unquote rumor mill of coaching candidates that have continuously come up and how they fit the quarterbacks that they already have in the program, in the organization. That's the interesting thing I watched. Business-wise, it just don't make sense to keep Kevin Stefanski around because you've seen what the byproduct of his coaching has been. He's been there, 6 years? They had 2 winning seasons. That's not gonna cut it. So you would have to cut ties with him and move away completely. But for me, if they cut ties and they bring in another coach, that coach, the ownership group would have to tell that coach, look, these are quarterbacks you're gonna have to work with, period, point blank. But usually with coaches, when they come in, they want their own quarterback. So I don't know what that means for Shedeur and all of that stuff in the long run. But Kevin Stefanski, he should not be there. 7-27, Uncle Steve, that's unacceptable.
Well, what it tells me is this one here. I want the men to mute their phones and put their hands over their ear because they might not like this. This is what I'm gonna tell you. It lets you know that a woman is not making that decision because she'd have got rid of his a long time ago. He had to go. If it was a woman, she'd have got rid of his a long time ago. So all I'm telling you is this one there. It's a man.
I didn't hear that.
She'd have got rid of it a long time ago.
Hold on, time out. Even my computer going out. I don't know if you said that. She would have got rid of what now?
Oh, he would have got rid of a long time ago. you know how smooth that is. But with that being said, I'll tell you this one here. When you're dealing with a man with power and you're dealing with a dumb man with power, see the problem that we have is this one here. We as society think, oh man, he got a lot of money. He's very wealthy. He got to be smart. Don't mean that. No, it just means that he's been in the right position. He's been around the right people and he has access to things that you don't have. Because if you get access to things that they have, you'll be wealthy too. Because it ain't nothing but knowledge and access. And when you realize that, you're going to say, hey, now I can take it. That's why God telling you, get understanding. And once you get understanding, that knowledge, and now when you get knowledge, you be humble enough to get around people with access, then you build. And some of them people don't even like you, but they'll understand, and you understand that I'm going to humble myself and I'm going to get underneath this person to get to where I need to go. Because I say, hey, I'm here just for the night, and then I'm gone. Everybody else, oh man, I ain't down, I ain't doing it. That's why you're in the position you are. You're going to stay at the level that you are. You have to understand that God put you in certain places for, it could be 15 minutes. With that 15 minutes, it takes you to other places. He didn't say you're going to stay there. He just needs you to get the understanding. So with that being said, I'll put it that way. But he's not no smart man. He's taught, if you listen to everything he does, dumb, he going ask, let me listen to this. This how dumb he is. If you run a beautician shop, a hair beautician shop, would you go out there and get a man who a mechanic to come in there and run your shop?
No.
Well, unless he wants some motor oil in there.
Exactly, put some motor oil in your hair.
Some dirty hands everywhere.
If you want some dirty draws and dirty hands, you can do that. But all I'm saying is this man went and got a baseball guy to do football operations. Where you do that at? That's not smart at all. No one does that. But what I say is this one here, B-Wise. They tell y'all people with that certain color that y'all got to be more educated. You got to be twice as smart. You got to be so knowledgeable. But we deal with dum-dums every day that ain't qualified, don't know a doggone thing. We have to train. And then they tell us that that's the right decision. So I tell you, I listen to people all the time. You got to show me. You got to show me. And I don't go on all that. Oh man, he's smart and this. No. Y'all hype all these people up. I tell you what, I'm gonna give you another example. Y'all called Nick Saban the greatest coach ever. But I saw Nick Saban that was at the Miami Dolphins. He didn't look too great to me. They ran him out of Miami. It's a different thing when you don't have all the cards. And Alabama, he had all the cards. He had the best players in the country. Now, did he coach them? Yeah, he did coach them up. But hell, if your fourth string is a 5-star, it ain't too hard. Because if one ain't doing it, I can bring in the next one and go from there. But B. Watts, like I said, they're not smart at all. They've been a loser for all of this time. And just like that train I hear, it's the whole train. And that's what they are, a bunch of hoes. Back to you, B.
Hey, Mama Tia agreed with you a little bit. She said Stefanski lacks the managerial skills. I truly think he don't know what the heck he's doing. Yeah, you might be right about that. You might be right. Yeah, I might have to agree with y'all on that. All right, fellas, that's the end of my Shedeur. Let's turn over and talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. All right, that transfer portal is over, and Coach Prime and his staff has attacked it. JR, is it anybody on the defensive side that you know of that Coach Prime done brought in from the transfer portal?
From the defensive side, I mean nothing that has like wow, like kind of thing. But let me say this: the focus has been players that have been highly productive. That has been their focus. So they've been targeting guys that have been highly productive. They've been bringing in a lot of guys. Have they hit on every guy? No, they haven't hit on every guy. But the guys that they have hit on thus far have shown productivity at their level, first team honors at their level, All American honors at their level of football. So that lets me know that there's a drive to be good. And if put in a better situation at CU, that can manifest tenfold. So, like Greg said, look, the portal give it and the portal take it away. So it was some dark hours, man. Dark hours when you saw this name, this name, this name, this name, this name. And then you get attached to those names by the viewership of well off and the viewership of reach the people and the viewership of the pregame and DMVR and Duke the Scoop. You get attached to it all, right? And you hate to see those guys walk out the door. But the good thing about the era of college football now, you get to fall in love all over again with a different group of guys. So the guys that they have been targeting and the guys that have committed to the program have been productive guys at their school, all American type guys within their respective conference. And look, you finished the season 132nd ranked defensively. Ain't nowhere to go but up from there, Uncle Steve. So I like what I'm seeing so far.
Well, I'm gonna let me do this B Watch right quick. I got B Watch, are you there?
Yeah, hold on before you go. Let me
Okay.
get this out. 999 super chat. JA, what's up? Sometimes blessings come, press down, shake it together, and running over. God told Shedeur, rest, son. I'll handle the troll. Shedeur riding the bike, defense out there, getting picks. What he
Won't he do
won't he
it?
do it? Won't he do
He
it? Won't he
sure
do it?
did.
Yeah, you right.
He sure
You
did.
He
right.
all he always do it. Let me give y'all a scenario right here. It's a team called the Navy Midshipmen. This year they were 10-2 and they played against the Cincinnati Bearcats, who happened to be in whose conference of B Watts?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
The Navy Midshipmen, they played a bowl game. Who
Right.
conference? Who conference is Cincinnati in? Cincinnati Bearcats.
Big
And Big
12.
12.
Big
Big
12,
12.
baby.
And not only they're in the Big 12, they're 7-5. They were 7-5. So they're a winning team in the Big 12. Do you know any players on the Navy midshipmen's team?
I don't.
Okay. And my point is this one here. They drug Cincinnati. They
Yeah.
drug Cincinnati, and they ran a little go-go. It reminded me a little bit of the go-go certain sets they had, and that looked good. All I'm saying is this here, B. Watts. Navy is 11-2. They played as a team. They beat teams that they shouldn't have beat. They beat teams that were bigger than them, that were stronger than them. But the difference is Navy is a team. Y'all so caught up in names and stuff like that. You know when you become a name, when you start doing something. When
Yeah.
you put in front of that TV, you start making plays. That's when you get your name. Now you seeing people. I tell you, it's two people that I saw now on the defensive side. That boy that got 10 sacks. That brother that got 10 sacks. Who got them 10 sacks? Oh, he looked very impressive. Very impressive to me. And then they got that defensive tackle. I like big bodies. And I like people that won awards in their conference, player of the year, made the all conference team. I like the productivity. I like a player like that defensive tackle played all games, played every game. You seeing people played every game. I like people that play every game and they put up numbers and they do their job. I don't want no superstar, because what happens with those superstars, you have to deal with this one. These are things that Colorado had to deal with, and I'm gonna hit it for you real quick. They start realizing how much money people made. And when they saw that people were making certain amount of money, it destroyed the team. Not only did it destroy the team, oh, that person make all that money and they ain't even started. That person make all his money, hell, he ain't even practicing. That person, they'll quit on us. And they making all that money, it destroys the team. Next thing you see is this one here. They're doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, like Arden Walker. He pressed so much on Arden, poor Arden, trying to make a play because he loved Colorado so much, it throws you out of your game. So busy trying to get tackled. Now you're out of your space. Now they're gashing you for 50-yard runs. So all I'm saying is this one here, B. Watts, and I'll put it to you nice and easy. I just want football players. I don't every podcast I'm here. Oh, we ain't getting no big name. You didn't know the names of the people at Indiana. We had one of them here, and y'all ran him out. So don't tell me about no names. It all goes. I want football players, and what I see is football players, and football players with productivity. And when you put that together, the next step is this one here. We need good coaching. Hear what I'm saying? We need good coaching, because I ain't hearing no more those guys that left were bad players. They're not. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Byard is going to the NFL. David Swain going to the NFL. Merritt's going to the NFL. Mario Miller going to the NFL. Those guys are going to the NFL. You can say whatever you want to. Those guys will be in the NFL, and they're going to do great things. And congrats to them. So I'm not going to trash those young men. I love what they're doing, handle their business. But let's appreciate the new guys coming in, and we don't have to go and put one against the other. Only thing I'm looking at is productivity. I'll listen to Uncle Neil. I agree with him. Look at the facts. What numbers left out, what numbers are coming in is what I'm gonna do it. Because if you show me a guy that got 1,200 yards, I can guarantee you, if they got 89 catches, 1,200 yards, if they got a competent OC and quarterback, they're gonna get you a minimum of 750 yards. I'm just doing averages, 750. So that lets me know productivity is in the building. Back to you, B. Wise.
When I look at the players that have committed, it's one, maybe two players that stood out to me once I done the research on them. Man, that wide receiver named Cam Perry from Miami, Ohio. Oh man, he's a pure route runner. Now, that's a wide receiver gonna be able to get off the line of scrimmage. I don't see him. He got a little twitch. He got a little twitch in his step. When you look at the wide receiver that Coach Prino had in the past, they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage and press coverage.
Be wise, time out, don't start. Because you
I'm
felt the
just telling
same
you
way
the
about
truth.
Sincere Brown now.
No, I didn't say he can get off the line of scrimmage. I just say he was fast and gonna be big. And he's big and tall. But this dude right here, oh yeah, Cam get out. He can get off the line of scrimmage. I don't see that. And I like the running back, Damian Henderson, from Sacramento State. I think he used to play for the offensive coordinator. Now I like them two right there. Those two right there. Yeah, I like Cam Perry. Man, he can get out that line of scrimmage. Draylon Miller couldn't get out the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, look, from what I seen, man, Cam Perry, quick twitch, great route runner, catches with his hands. I didn't see no blocking, but look, when they putting out highlights, they just putting out highlights of catching and route running. They ain't really putting out no highlights of blocking. So I got to dive a little bit deeper in that because obviously blocking is a big component of the go-go offense. But when you talk about production, he put up production respectfully in his conference, and that's a good thing. And then it's always good to, look, we got a former head coach coming from Sacramento State, now the offensive coordinator. And look, he's picking and choosing some of the Louis luggage, right? That Coach Prime picked and chose when he was coming from Jackson State. Look, if Coach Prime could have brought everybody from Jackson State to Colorado, he would have did it. Obviously, that's not the case. So it's the same thing with Coach Marion. Look, there's some guys that he wants to bring in that they get it, they understand it, and he believes that they're ready for the moment. So why not bring your guys to help implement parts of your system, even faster? So that's a good thing. But yeah, Cam Perry, like I said, quick twitch and productive in that conference that he was in. So that's a good thing.
Well, I'm gonna go with this one here. Cam Perry, 5'9", 168 pounds, 43 receptions for 976 yards, 6 touchdowns, average yards per catch, 22.7, run a 4.4. He plays in the slot. He's shifty, physical. He attacks the ball. He transferred from Indiana to Miami of Ohio, Redhawks. His craftsmanship is route running. He's dependable. He has great practice habits, and he's disciplined. And that's going to be an upgrade for CU. He's going to be a vertical threat, and he's an elite slot wide receiver. He was told by CU. Now, CU done already talked to him and told him he will be used in the slot and on the outside. So he's going to be used inside and outside. And what I like about the young man, he came in and already looked at the awards and everything, and he said he wants to prove he's the best receiver in the country. He didn't say in the Big 12. He said in the country, and I love his film. Let me go on with Damon Henderson. He's 6'2", 210, beast mode, 91 carries, 565 yards, 5 touchdowns, average yard per carry, 6.2, played in all 12 games. He made one start. He began his career at Colorado State and then transferred to Sac State. Big, physical, fast runner. Will have success in the go-go offense. And he will help teach the current backs on the details of running in the go-go offense. He already understands the offense, and he's sold with the Coach Marion's expectations. He will provide a different look for the CU with his style of running. And what I like at this one here, I learned this one here, which I found amusing. He got the bulk of his yards in 3 games. Mm-hmm. He got 328 yards in it was 3 games. He got a bulk of 328 yards. He got one game. He got 98 yards, 3 touchdowns against Mercyhurst. He got 137 yards and a touchdown against Central Arkansas. And he got 98 yards against Cal Poly. He also caught 7 passes for 65 yards. Now, if you add those up, that's 328 yards. So if you subtract 565 from 328, that's 137 yards for the remaining of 9 games. And I said, how was that possible? And I said, the reason that happened, this was the 3rd, 4th, and 5th game that he did all of these 328 yards. The reason why, he was behind a beast, Rodney Hammond Jr., who rushed for 1,213 yards and 13 touchdowns. So with that being said, CU got a lot of productivity coming in, and I look forward to this. Back to you, B.Y.
All right, thank you for that breakdown, and JR, when you look at Colorado football team. Now, I wonder what state of mind Coach Prime in to lead this football team, JR. I wonder what going through his mind after coming off a 3-9 season. He don't have Shedeur no more. He don't have Shiloh. He don't have Travis. He don't have LeJohntay. I wonder what's going through his mind as a head coach.
He want to win. He wants to win. Look, he still want to win his way, but he want to win ultimately, right? Because that's what he came there to do. Came there to win. So navigating through this season, right? From 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 uh from the beginning to the end, it wasn't ideal, right? For him to start off sick with cancer, and then you finish the year, and somewhere in the middle of the year, it was contentious with the media and the back and forth and stuff like that. And then you end the year. He ended the year very calmly. Look, I I know what I'm doing. You give me some time, I'm gonna get it figured out. Last Supper, it is what it is, right? So he want to win, man, and he gonna win his way, right? He's still looking for those smart, fast, tough, disciplined with character type of guys. Hopefully, that is what they're bringing in. And another thing is, when it comes to, especially on the defensive side of the ball right now, look, it's all about connections and how you mesh with personalities of coaches and things like that. And coaches got to have that teachability factor, and it has to resonate with the players on the team. Me being a player myself, man, like words got to resonate. And when I look at the defensive line specifically, none of those guys, Pecco didn't bring in none of those guys, man. All of those guys came in under like D. Lou kind of, situation. And then D. Lou, in the 10th hour took the Miami position. So was it a match made in heaven type of situation? No, but as a professional from Pecco's side, and for the young men that are getting paid handsomely, you expected a better outcome. But now, you can see a kind of a thumbprint of what Pecco kind of want in the room and what he's looking for, some of the build of players that he's looking for. Because you would think he's looking for some 6'5", 6'6" type of dude. And I ain't seen one 6'5", 6'6" dude on the recruiting trail. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of like scratching my head like, but obviously he has a certain niche that he's looking for. And look, CU is going about doing that. And it looks like Coach Prime is giving his position coaches, like he's always done, their walking room to go and achieve what you need to get. And it looks like nothing holding them back, and they getting busy and getting to it early and often in the transfer portal. So he want to win at the end of the day, B Watch. You got to win. You can't produce another losing season. Not like that. If you lose next year, it cannot look the same. You can't be losing by 40 points on back-to-back nights. That on back-to-back Saturday. That can't happen, dog. Can't happen. So, but he want to win ultimately.
Yeah, JR, I have to agree with you. You nailed it. He does. He don't want to win. He will win. I see him winning. The only thing that I would ask from the great Coach Prime is this one here. Coach Prime, it doesn't have to be Frank Sinatra's way. You did it your way. Great coaches learn to adjust to what you have. If I have a offensive coordinator that is super talented and can go out there and lead young men and take them in a direction where I might like to throw the ball, but he's going to run the ball, let that offensive coordinator do his thing, because that's the way you're going to do it, where you're going to win games. Because what you're going to realize is this one here. Once they get to running that football, and I'm going to tell you something right now, B-Watts. If Jordan Seaton is on the team, I'm going to run the paint. He going to think he was 12 years of a slave when I finish with him. We running Jordan Seaton till the wheels come off. Because
Power
if you
left on three.
power left on 3, Jordan Seaton will never say again, I want to run the football. We gonna run the football till the wheels come off. Because when you're a top 5 pick, and this is his junior year, where his size and he got man strength now. You got everything going. I'm not hearing anything. Him and Gooden beside each other, or Yo-Yo beside each other, they're double team. I'm gonna ride him till the wheels come off. And if he's a top 5 pick in the NFL draft, you should be able to get 7 wins just running to his side, period, especially in the go-go offense, because I'm running to the wheels come on. And the next thing, and that point about that is this, B Watts. If Coach Prime does do that and listen to Coach Marion, you know what's going to happen? Offensive linemen will start coming to Colorado because they're like, hey, I can get to the next level. And we do what offensive linemen love to do, block. The offensive linemen don't want to come nowhere where you're throwing the ball 70 times. It just don't happen. You're not going to have an offensive line. What you're going to have is a dead quarterback because he's going to get hit. I don't care how good you are. If you look at the teams like Texas Tech, Miami Hurricane, you can't go back no 40 sometimes against those teams. You got 2.3 seconds and it's over. So with that being said, Coach Prime is going to be very successful. I showed you a tape a while ago with him and his relationship with his ex-wife, and it told me everything I need to know about Coach Prime and on how Coach Prime thinks. He's bullheaded, and he believes in what he believes. And what I like about it, she showed him how valuable she was, and he finally got it. I think this season did the same thing. He was bullheaded on some things, and he was sick, but still, he learned. And I think because he learned, he's going to be a better coach. And that's the great thing about Coach Prime. He did adjust, and I commend him. I salute him, and I say great job. But put it to you this way. If those people who ride in this jock want to keep their job, they better speak up and do their job, because if Coach Prime lose his job, you know what happens? They're unemployed too. So if I'm them, if I'm them, instead of y'all going in there and saying, yes, Coach Prime, that's right, you need to be saying run the damn ball. And not only we gonna run the ball, let's look at this tape. I'll be like, ain't no more rappers coming in here. We ain't listening no more. We doing nothing but football. Football and prison tapes. So you can see the prison tape, because that's where most of my players coming from. I want them coming off the bus. You can go back. I'll put you back on probation and put the ankle thing back on your thing after the game. But then we'll go from there. Back to you, BY.
He said, I want it for struggle. I want it with the dreads in their head, but they still got the new growth. They can't get it redone. It's just wild out there, man. That's what I want, man.
Yeah, Mama Tia said, rocking with you till the wheels fall off. I'm with you that on Steve. Yeah, man. What other things that you need to see what Coach Prime do, especially on the defensive side of the ball, where the defense gave up 400 yards per game to some teams you didn't even think they had that type of offense? JR?
Man, if they don't stop the run this year, if they don't stop the run, look, I ain't asking you to go out there and beat Texas Tech, but God dog, you got to stop the run at some point. They couldn't stop it. I mean, they just could not stop it. People knew when it was time to move the ball, they could do it. I mean, U of H quarterback, not known as a dual threat, had over 100 yards rushing. What are we doing? So that has to be an emphasis this year. You must stop the run. Everything else will fall in place. So that's the one thing. They don't do nothing else, BY. Stop the run. That's it. Stop it.
JR, what I like about it is this one here. I see teams like Navy, Air Force, and Army. People are like, well, why do you go to those examples? They're disciplined. They watch tape and they're in the right place. You don't have to be great to stop the run. It's a want to. It's a will. And with those guys understand they're going to be out there forward deployed and their life might be on the line. And you can't be no punks when it comes to that. You got to understand it's my life or your life. And I can guarantee you I ain't leaving no time soon. With that being said, I'll put it to you this way. You have people, Coach Prime got to get people that do a simple thing, that just do their job. Quit trying to be puffy. You want to get in front of everybody. You want to be in their video. That's what players be wanting to do. Quit trying to do that. Just do your job. If your job is to hold the man at the center and the guard up, do your job. Let the linebacker come in and clean up the play. But I will say this one here. The biggest thing Coach Prime can do is this one here. What I didn't see was this one here. I could tell they weren't watching film. And if they weren't making adjustments, you could see it because I give you an example. Teams knew when it was 3rd and 18, when they saw Coach Prime put everybody on the dog, it wasn't Coach Prime, but defensive coordinator put everybody on the line. The middle was like the Red Sea. Mama Tia, thank you so much. See what happens to black coaches? See what happened to black coach. See what happened to black coach. They don't stay long. But y'all sitting over here, it should the other man be fired and been there all them years with them losing season. But see, the proof is in the pudding. When you're a brother, and the man was 7-9. 7-9. And on a 2-game winning streak. And he had Kirk Cousins, who didn't want to do nothing, come in to replace your starting quarterback, got hurt. So all I'm telling you is this one here. It's funny how the NFL do it, but they tell us we need to earn it. We need to get it from the mud. But Miss RD, I'll tell you what I love is this one here. They have not only do they need to watch film, those coaches, because I've heard some things from these coaches. They expect these players to already know stuff. I don't expect nobody to know anything. When I get you into my building and I'm training you, I'm taking things from ground zero and I'm building up. I can speed up my training and I can slow it down. Once I know you know certain things, I speed up. If I know you don't know the basics, we're going to go there and we're going to get them basics taken care of. Because what I saw is this one here. People aren't going to the right holes. People don't do the right movements. It's too many people out of place. And when you see that, that goes with players don't understand what they're doing and coaches aren't teaching them appropriately. Because you can't tell me one game you can go where you sitting up there in the game, you're like, damn, this game is 14-14 going to the fourth quarter. And then the next thing you know, you lose 50 something to 21. It just don't happen like that. So all I'm saying is it's learning and understanding. That's where good teams come in. Back to you, B. Watts.
Yeah, last one, fellas. Last one. Let y'all go. And I appreciate y'all tonight. You're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts along with Uncle Steve and J.R. Boxing. Don't forget, this Wednesday will be ladies' night. Miss Phyllis, RD, I love CC, Miss Diane Brown, Miss Kimberly, a.k.a. They will be doing ladies' night. Ladies' night is Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you come back and tune in and let's support the ladies. Uncle Steve, can I get a favor from you? Won't lie. You're going to get a folks your answer. At 8:30, can you pop in on the ladies' night and give us a big laugh and give them 3 questions that they must answer? It ain't even got to be about sports or whatever. It's ladies' night. And I just want to, do them like you do me and JR. yeah. Can we get you to pop up at 8:30? You'll let me know before that time comes. See, McKimberly A.C. said they love it. She said they love it. They want it. They want that smoke. JR, can y'all pop up and be with the ladies, JR? I'm giving you the opportunity too.
Yeah, man, look, I'm always in support of the queens. I'll be there with my best dress on.
Oh, hell. I knew it. God damn it. I knew it. Now don't put no dress on me, dog.
I'll be there.
JR, don't come out there doing the pop locking now. JR, I don't want to see you doing this. You would have back it up and do it.
And we might
hey, man, I want to have one more, but that was it right there. I got to get off this thing. I don't want to go over that 1 hour. But once again, want to thank Uncle Steve. Want to thank JR Boxing for being a part of the Sports Talk with B. Watt. This going to be a good year for Sports Talk with B. Watts. I claim it in the name of Jesus. Yes, I do. Hey, chat, y'all the best. Y'all are the best. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not. Appreciate your support. Never would. I mean, I'm telling you from the depth of my heart, never would this broadcast be where is it? Is it one for you all to continue to show up every night for Sports Talk with B. Watts. JR, Uncle Steve, last word, get us out of here. Mama Tia, God bless you, baby. Thank you. Love you. J.A., appreciate you, J.A.
I'm repping for my Texans always, man. But look, tonight, I got a little Carolina Panthers on. They won their division. Shout out to Jimmy Horn, man. So I'm repping for Carolina tonight, man. now that I'm retired here in North Carolina. So yeah, my Texans always, but shout out to the Panthers. They won the division. So I'm ripping for them tonight too.
Good night to everybody in the chat. You are fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing in this 2026. And what I appreciate is this one here, B-Watch. They get rid of them chumps out there who trying to be hating. I love the chat. If you coming in here and you thinking you're going to bombard us with all that foolishness, bye. Bye, Felicia. But God bless you. Have them hit that like button and do what you always do. Continue to be great. God bless you. Have a good one, B-Watch. See you, JR.
JR blessing, Uncle Steve blessing, that.
I never, ever seen a hater like you. Sabotager, kid, time to shine is what a hater might do. Took time and put in work. He showed up for grind time. They hate the young man confidence, just like they hated prime time. Sabotaged him in the draft, depth chart, put him last behind Flacco and Dillian Gabriel. Is trash. It's clearly double standards, evidently not a problem with Shedeur. It's arrogance with Mansell. They called it Moxie.
Are you practicing to practice or are you practicing to be great? Which way am I going? What's coming? You on the way?